Um, Makai Lemon. Can we talk about Makai Lemon for a second? By the way, notice there's somebody finally got somebody in here. Make sure to talk in the chat, bro. Anything that you want to talk about, whoever it is, girl, boy, it don't matter. Put in the chat. We'll talk about it. Doesn't matter what team, what subject, topic, don't matter. But Makai Lemon, bro. Eagles fans kind of need to chill when it comes to Makai Lemon. Eagles fans need to chill. Like, our fan base gets a bad rap. Just how people talk about us, how people view Eagles fans. But if you're just joining in, we just talked about Shadur and Deshaun Watson. Now we're talking about Makai Lemon and his current ongoing hamstring injury. Dude, Eagles fans, bro. Eagles fans need to chill. My fellow Eagles fans need to chill, bro. I see people laughing. I see people making jokes. I see people like trolling, saying shit about Makai Lemon. If you've never had a hamstring injury, and I say hamstring, if you've never had a groin injury, hamstring injuries hurt and they suck. And it's not easy. For most of the time when it comes to hamstring injuries, they do eventually heal. Like, they eventually heal for the most part. Even if you Google that, it'll probably tell you. But if there's one thing I also do know, is that hamstring injury, obviously, soft tissue injury. I bet you it is like the highest, if not top two. There's either hamstring injury or another soft tissue injury. Highest soft tissue injury in the NFL. I bet you it's a hamstring. It is so easy to pull your hamstring. Torn hamstrings are a little bit different. I don't feel like we see that as much. I feel like we see pulled hamstrings. And when it comes to a hamstring injury, you just got to nurse it. You got to get it right. You got to give it time. And I'm seeing some of these fellow Eagles fans, bro. They're just talking shit. I see other fan bases also talking. They're like trolling, like, "Oh, the Eagles took a lemon. They took a lemon." I'm like, "Oh my god, bro! How many players?" I'm trying to think of some. What? Cooper DeJean literally had a hamstring injury. I remember to start off the season. And I was bummed, bro. I was like, I want to see Coop play. If I remember, I think he might have played in like the third preseason game, maybe. But it worried me because I was like, dude, he's not getting those reps in training camp. Like, training camp is how these young players really build their portfolio and how they really get good. It's not just 1v1s, obviously 11 on 11s. If they're a skilled positions player, 7 on 7s. Those reps are really they're really important for these young guys. And so I remember when Coop was out, I was like, damn, bro, like, he's not getting in there. That sucks. I really want him to be in there. It's the same thing with Makai Lemon. Like, he does need these reps. He does. But I know in the OTAs, he's dealing with the hamstring. Obviously, in training camp, he's dealing with the hamstring as well. Must have just re-aggravated it. Dude, these hamstrings usually do get right. But our fan base, like fellow Eagles fans, I'm talking to you. Like, if you're trolling, you're laughing about Makai Lemon being injured, what the fuck is that about, dude? Even when it comes to different teams, I don't be laughing at somebody's injury. It's like, oh shit, dude, that sucks. People's out here laughing like, oh, we should have took somebody else. What do you think, we were gonna keep AJ Brown? Because I was living in that delusion forever, and then reality slapped me in the face. Like, it finally came. It's like, bro, he was never staying, and so Howie Roseman had to take a swing, bro. And I put my faith in Howie, right? I feel like some people get way too caught up in us drafting Jalen Reagor, and I'm like, dude, ever since that draft, Howie Roseman has been fucking cooking. He's been cooking. And so I see Makai Lemon, obviously he's dealing with the hamstring injury. Schmidt's also dealing with the hamstring injury. I think there's like one or two other Eagles players that are dealing with the hamstring injury. That shit takes time. Like, what was it? It's his fifth practice, if I'm not mistaken, that he's missed. Yeah, bro, like, a hamstring doesn't heal in just a couple days. Like, the severity of the pull, like, obviously Schmidt and Makai, it's not a straight up tear, so it will get better with just time. But it's like, dude, 5 practices, yeah, it's a hamstring. It's not gonna get good in a matter of a couple days, dude. It's just not. I don't know why people are like making jokes and shit. I'm like, this shit ain't funny. And I'm like, and 5 practices, yes, it is something that takes time. That lets me know that the people that are talking shit, the people that are laughing, they've literally never had a hamstring injury. And like I said earlier, they never had a groin injury. Like that type of stuff. Yeah, you can run on it. Like you can run with a hamstring. But it fucking hurts, dude. That shit hurts, son. So, I don't know. I just think Eagles fans need to chill. They just need to chill, bro. It's like full panic mode already. It's like the same thing with Coop. I remember literally the same thing with Cooper DeJean. Devontae Smith, if I remember right, Devontae Smith was banged up. Was he banged up going into training camp? Or was it right after the draft? People were talking about his current health status, but Schmitty got right. He was ready for the start of the season. And I think that the Eagles are just being very cautious with Makai Lemon, and they're not going to rush him into this. Because if they rush him into this and Schmitty and the rest of the Eagles players with this hamstring injury, why would you want to risk straight up tearing it, right? Like, just give it time. Let them get fully healthy for week 1. I understand. We want to see Makai Lemon. We want to see more training camp shit, obviously. Want to see stuff in preseason. But let just chill and let the dude get right before we start to judge. That's all I gotta say. That's all I'm trying to say about Makai Lemon. I just think Eagles fans are getting. First of all, I think some Eagles fans are just being asses about it, and I'm like, we also just need to chill, just bring it down, just bring it down just a notch. That's all I'm saying. Just bring it down just a notch.